Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video I wanted to share with you what I keep on my Raskog cart. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but I wanted to share this video just in case you needed organizational help or you're just curious to know what I have in my cart. I am sitting on the floor in my living room filming this video because I don't know if you're new to my channel and you don't know, I craft out of my kitchen table. I don't have a designated craft room and I store all my things in the garage, and so this comes really handy for me. It works for me. Is it my ideal place? No, of course not, but it is what works for me, and I just roll it right next to the table whenever I sit down to get stuff done. So this cart for me serves as storage in the third shelf right here, but second and first is mostly immediate tools that I reach for often, that I don't have to get up and go look for or hunt for it in the garage. So I wanted to share you once again. I tried to film this already and I filmed it with my hand while I was talking, but it ended up being like super shaky. Michael was not available to help me, and he's not available today because he's on shift. So I'm gonna try to refilm this. We're gonna start on the bottom shelf, which is the easiest. Let me scoot over, and like I said, I'm so sorry if it's super shaky. I am gonna try to do better. I actually have a handheld stand to help me, so hopefully that makes a difference. But on the bottom shelf, super easy, you guys. It's where I keep this is a 4x6, and I'm gonna try to lift everything out so that I could show you, but okay. So in the very back I have these cloth baskets that I picked up from Hobby Lobby. They are from the spring collection, so they are on sale right now for I think 40%. And I love them because they're made out of cloth, and as you can see, you could bend them or push them, have it really tight, and they could still function. I'm sure you could tell, look how squished it is down here. But I like the fact that they're flexible because they're made out of cloth. So in the back, in this basket, I just have my little rolls of tulle. As you guys can see, I don't have a lot. This is everything I own, and it just sits, like I said, super cute in the back right there. I purchased these containers. They're from Heidi Swap, and I have three. I have the big one, which is the 4x6, and then I have two little ones that are 3x4. I recently, you guys, I don't know what's about this year, but I've recently been in a declutter mode, and I didn't film it, but I did it on my own time, and I decluttered so much. I sent it to my friend, crafty friend and subscriber, Susan, and she loved them. She was super happy to receive them, at least I hope. But she actually told me, so I know she was super happy. And as you guys can see, decluttering, obviously I kept what I wanted, and I still have enough room to grow if I were to purchase more. But honestly, I'm in the mode of just using what I have before I even get to do more. I also have like the booklets in here as well, and then I have like individual ones, as you guys can see. So this one sits right there, and I kind of have to lean it this way and then push it down because there's not enough space between these two shelves. And then I don't need to go in detail, but this is the same thing. They're just small, and look, I have room to grow on this one. On the back right here, what you guys see is just my Kate Spade speaker, and then I have a container of plastic where it has my dollies, which is something that I reach for because it's such an easy embellishment or tool that you could use for layouts, and it softens whatever look you're going for. Okay, so moving on to the second shelf. This is my tool section. Like I said, this one right here is more like storage, and these two are like my tools. So as you can see, I have my big crocodile here, and I'm gonna try to take it out so you guys can see everything. I have a ruler here, but in reality they go right there. I'm gonna unload the basket without making you guys dizzy. Let me just keep taking stuff out. This is a bigger basket. So the little ones that you guys see, so that noise you guys heard, it was the basket falling on the ground. But what I wanted to say first is this is a bigger basket. That little basket and these little baskets are up here are the smaller ones. They are originally $7.99, but I paid obviously 40% off, so they came up to like $4 plus tax. This one right here, which is the bigger one, I believe it was $11.99, but don't quote me, I may be getting that wrong. But again, I didn't pay that because they were on sale. They are on sale now. Last time I checked, they are still on sale. So on the second shelf, what you guys see right there is just my heat mat for when I use the heat tool. Nothing else, because this basket takes up most of the space. And in here, I keep nothing but my tools, you guys. Like I said, I want to say it again because this is what works for me. Again, I craft that at my table, my kitchen table, and I need my tools readily available. As you guys can see, it's a bit dirty. Sorry about that. Sometimes when you throw the punches in here, you just get a little bit of the leftover, but it doesn't bother me. I'm sorry if it bothers you. So in here, I don't have a lot of punch sets. Every punch set that you guys see here is what I actually own. So like I said, I don't have a lot of punches. I try to keep general shapes that could be used again and again. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So I have that tag punch over here. I have this one for the little fish tails. I have this scalloped circle. These are all from Stamping Up. I have my heat tool in there. I have this little punch. I think it's I want to say 3/4 of an inch hole punch, and then I have the actual inch one. Yeah, this is 1 inch. I have the little one for reinforcers. And then before I start crowding it, another thing that I keep in here is my actual heat gun. Now, I normally have it better rolled, but as you can see, I just shove it in there. This one takes up the most space, so this one always goes in the bottom, and then the punches just kind of work their way around it. I also keep my tap punch in there, my corner, Becky Higgins corner punch, and then my old one that you guys, this has been my life. I've held on to this for what, 12 plus years. So I keep that in there. I also keep my lighter, only because you guys know when I use ribbon, I like to burn it at the edges so that it doesn't fray on me. And then I have a box cutter. I don't know why, but I keep it there. I have all of these little tools that you are gonna see me throwing in there. These are just tassel makers, tools for making tassels or tools for making pom-poms. So I keep those in here. I keep this little tool that is for buttons, so I keep that in there. I keep my other corner chopper that I bought. I still don't want to get rid of it just yet. I have my regular everyday punch in here. I have this tool here that I haven't used. This is my binding tool from We Are Memories, and it comes with obviously the little bag with the needles and everything in here. So put that somewhere in there. In this little bag, I just have like small tools. I don't know. Give me a second. I don't want to make you dizzy, but I'm trying to show you what I have in here. Just small tools, like this little scraping thing that I picked up from somewhere, spray bottles, my extra cutting things for the boards. So that's what I have in here. And then what sits on top is my small paper cutter from, I think this is from Fiskars. And now hopefully, let me see if I could set you guys somewhere, because I don't want to. Can you guys see? Okay, so I don't want to make you dizzy, so let me just put that back in there. And then I also keep my little tap punch on the side right here, right there. And then I have this space right here that you guys can see. For that space, I keep obviously my big crocodile there. And then in this corner right here, I keep this container now. This is an extra container. I know that you guys just saw me use these containers because it's where I kept my washi tape. But since those are different, I had like quite a few because I purchased like 4 or 5 when they were on sale as well. This is also a spring collection, and they're made out of metal. And well, I didn't even show you what I keep here, but in this container I keep the tools that are useful when I'm crafting. So I'm gonna dump it. You guys will probably hear a hot mess. So of course, my small Tim Holtz staple, my Becky Higgins ruler for the heat tool, just extra staples. Are these staples? Yeah, extra staples. I keep this little tool here for cutting dies when they come together. I also have this one. Sometimes I use, I don't know why, I just keep it there. I have a craft knife from We Are Memory Keepers. A craft knife that I lost the plastic safety things, so I usually don't let my daughter mess with this stuff, and she doesn't. So I keep that in here, obviously pointing down. I have this tool here as well, my bone folder, my second bone folder, and then I have this punch hole thing that helps me make holes for when I'm sewing or binding or anything like that, or anything I need to be poked at, really. These are just some tweezers that I keep in here for picking up small. It's not like real tweezers, they're like craft tweezers. A clear ruler, and then my little spoon from Nuvo, and then my little poke tool as well that I keep. And those are all the tools that I keep right here on that second shelf. So that is it for shelf number 2, I would say. And then we're moving on to the final one, which is the top. Again, love these little baskets because look, this one, it's like squeezed together, but it still functions. And I just love it. So that's my top shelf. What do I have in it? Well, let's see. So I have the empty space right here. This is where my rulers go. As you guys can see, I have a metal, a wood, and then my T-shaped ruler in here. On this basket right here, I have everything that is glue, stamping, cleaner, and water. And mostly adhesives. Honestly, this is like an adhesive basket. I have my tape runner, I have glue, I have this for embossing, I have my spray bottle with this just has regular water, my stamp cleaner, and then more glue, and then distress alcohol for inks, and in the back just my 2 rolls of tape, like I said, and my tape runner. So the second basket has everything stamping that I reach for, honestly, every single time I craft. So in here is very simple. Honestly, it's just all my black inks and different types of black inks and all of my blocks that I own. This is everything I own. And then here on the side, I store the dirty Lawn Fawn chamois. And I don't need to go all the way in the back, but this is my Stays on Black. My Memento, well, let's start from the Versa. I keep the Versamark ink in here. My Archival Black, my Versa Black, and then I just dumped it on the floor, but I also keep my Memento Black ink in there. Again, I try to keep them facing down. Not sure that it matters, but I just like it because it doesn't, I don't want them to be bulky. And my chamois right there, which I already said. And then on the third basket, I keep the smaller things in this glass container, which you guys, this is an empty, long time ago, I did a video on recycling your candles when they're burned out and you don't have anything anymore, and then you just clean them up. So this is a candle glass holder that I've cleaned up and recycled, and in here I just have my little tools, like my tool holder, the glue eraser, and the distress tool, extra staples with the magnets, and then extra craft blades, knife blades in there, and then like my little embossing thing that I just keep in this little glass jar. Here's a spare of magnets. And then in the back right here, I just have like my glue dots, my stamping dimensionals, foam squares, a few instructions, and then folder corners. And that's it for this basket. Now, for the back is where I keep my little foam. I don't know what this is called, but this is like the foam that you use with this tool. This tool right here, and it's used for when you have like an intricate die cut and it has too many small holes or details, and you just like rub it in there. That's the foam or the mat for that. And then I have the Stampin' Up version of the chamois. I haven't used it, so I just have it in here. And then I have my small We Are Memory mat, and then my smaller scoreboard. I also have a 12 by 12 scoreboard from Stampin' Up, and I obviously store that in a different area. The last thing I want to show you that I think might be helpful, or I think it's a great idea. I don't know if you guys think. I have this tool right here. It's honestly a sticky note holder for the desk, but I don't use it for that. What I use it's made out of plastic, and obviously it has this loop right here because you're supposed to peel off sticky notes on your desk or in the office or wherever. And so it doesn't bother that it's so skinny. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Yes, you're gonna have this loop, but this is what I use it for, and hopefully it helps, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I'm just gonna tell you, okay? Because I'm so I use this, even though it's a sticky note holder. I put a regular kitchen paper towel down, fold it in there, and then when I'm using my chamois, I wet it because obviously it's wet, and then I just keep it there. And whenever I'm working on the table, I have the paper towel on the bottom inside the this container, and then my chamois over, so whenever I have, like, I'm done stamping something, then I just rub it and then put my stuff back away. You know what I mean? It just helps me because I know that there's people that I guess you don't really need it, because before I had this, I was just setting a paper towel on the table and keeping the chamois on top. But I noticed that if I wasn't careful, it would wet my paper that was laying close to it or around it. And so I was like, you know what, I could use that as a holding area so it doesn't wet my projects or my paper around my kitchen table. So like I said, I don't know if that's useful. I don't know if they sell products for that, but that's just something that I thought would work for me. And that is going to be my organization for my cart. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. I hope that it's helpful. Like I said, this works for me because I need my cart to be like a quick, I just honestly roll it right onto the table next to me, and that's where I reach so that I don't crowd my space, my working space on the table, if that makes any sense. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope that this was helpful and that you guys enjoyed it. Maybe give me some pointers if I don't know, some ways we could do it better. But like I said, this is what works for me. So I wanted to share it in case you're a beginner or a struggler like me, or you just don't have a room for a craft room, and we have to craft out of, aka our kitchen tables. So anyways, I know I was just rambling, but thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed watching, and we will see you on the next video. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.